another special guest star. It's Miss Kath. Hi, Miss Kath. Thank you for coming today.
Sure.
And Miss Kath, as everyone knows, is super duper crafty, and so she's going to be showing us how to make a special fun craft out of yarn later, so please stay tuned, because I know I have my yarn, and I'm pretty excited to try it out. Miss Liz, what do we have next?
Oh, you know what we have next.
I know, but I like to kind of tease you a little bit and make you think that you're going to get to hear the joke.
You know I've been waiting 7 days, 7 whole days, 7 days, 24 hours times 7, whatever that is. To hear the end.
A lot of hours, a lot of minutes.
Hours, even more minutes.
Many seconds.
Yes, and many seconds to know what the answer to last week's joke of the week was.
Okay, what starts with a P and ends with an E and has 1,000 letters in it? A post office.
All right, well, now that we've gotten the joke out of the way, because I was dying to hear what it is, my second
1 week, I may make you wait till like the whole end of the episode to hear the joke.
If she makes me do that, guys, just know it's her fault if I don't have all the excitement and energy, because she's making me wait. I blame Miss Beth.
Oh, man.
Yep, pressure. So now you can't make me wait.
Bus.
Yes. And speaking of waiting, not only was I dying to hear what the joke of the week was, but I'm also dying to do some crafts.
Natty Crafts.
Yay. Yep. So Miss Kath is here to show us what we're doing this week.
Okay, so this week we're going to make magical yarn rope.
I'm so excited.
Ordinary yarn. You can use regular yarn, or you could use fuzzy yarn, super fuzzy yarn. All you need is 6 pieces of yarn, cut all to the same length. You can make this as long as you like or as short as you like. Just remember that your end product, your finished magical yarn rope, is going to be half the size of what you start with. So if you start with 3 feet, you're going to end up with 1.5 feet of magical yarn rope. So start with 6 strands of yarn, and you can mix and match if you want thick ones or thin ones or sparkly ones or fuzzy ones. And just give it a knot at the top to bind them all together.
And Miss Liz and I, as you can see, are of course making our magical yarn ropes as well.
I'm going to turn off my background just for the demonstration, because you're not going to be able to see me make it. So give me a second.
And I'm going to go on record of saying you guys are going to see me make it, and I'm going to make it wrong.
Okay. So now you're seeing my son's bedroom, but that's okay. Okay, so here is,
it's a scarf.
Here is my 6 strands. Okay, and I'm just using this little board so I could show you as a background. You need to take your yarn strand and at the knot, tape it somewhere. You could tape it on a table. You could tape it to the end of your foot if you want. Some people tie it onto the end of a doorknob, but I usually just tape mine to the end of the desk. But I'm doing it on this little board so that I could show everybody. See? And then we're gonna start the magic. So what you're gonna do is, all you're gonna do is just twist it around and around. I'm going to stand up and show you. Just twist it. That's all you need to know how to do. Okay, so here's my example. Do you see how I have it twisted?
Yes.
That's about right. You know, just twist it as much as you can without it going all crazy and bumpy. So get some wrist workout with this. Okay.
I like to twirl my hair when I
Mine's
throw it.
twisted. Let me know when you're ready to do the magic.
I was born ready for magic.
I think I'm ready.
Okay. So I'm holding my end here. See that? And I'm going to put my finger in the middle. And I'm just going to take this end and touch it to the top. Whoop, can you see that? And let go of the middle. Okay? It's going to spring up and turn into magical yarn.
Look at that.
Now it gets a little bumpy lumpy, just go like this. Just like straighten it out and kind of like you're brushing hair or something. And then you're done. When you're finished, you want to tie the 2 ends together so it doesn't unravel. So just give it another knot. And we have a short piece for demonstration purposes, but I made a piece the entire length of my house. I'll show you. So here's my little I made a giant piece and it just kept going and going and going. That was really fun. This is good when you want to do a long one, if you have a partner to hold the middle. And these are great for bracelets. Here's a shorter piece because it already has a loop on the end and a knot. So you just wrap it around your wrist and stick the knot through the loop, and you have a bracelet ready to go.
I also think this would be a really cool headband.
Yes.
Nice.
I feel like a Carol Baskin headband.
And
Cats and kittens.
yes, you can get some flowers and make a flower crown.
There you go. You could also make a belt out of this, a choker, a scrunchie.
So
A
what you're
belt.
going to see is my entire house just now covered in magic yarn because I know how to do it.
Garlands. You can hang it as garlands. You can make a plant hanger. I mean, coasters if you like, roll it up. You could do anything with this. It's so fun.
Or a keychain. Mine's very small. I could make a nice keychain.
Yep.
Yay! Oh, the thick one came out cool.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
This really is magic because it has so many uses.
I know.
See,
I'm accomplished.
Miss Kath, this was really a clever ploy to make you teach us how to do cool crafts.
I know. I'm happy to. You know what I was just thinking? You could make a really, really skinny scarf.
Ooh. Now, I wonder if you could, and I'm only saying this not because I know how to do it. This is Miss Beth's forte, not mine. If you do like a few strings of these and like crochet them together or something like that.
We were talking about that, but we would need a giant crochet hook, and we thought maybe we would have to whittle one possibly.
Oh yeah, no. Like I said, that is so not my area. This craft is about all I can do, guys.
Well, I might explore that option.
Let me know.
Yeah, it's a little bit catchy as a scarf, but you know what? If I was cold in a pinch, I could use this. So.
It's a summer weight scarf.
Yeah, that would be really cool. And this might be my little alternative route showing is if you kind of mixed a chain in it and made like a multimedia necklace.
Oh, yeah, you could really do anything. And I was thinking too, if you strung some beads on one of the strings and then kind of like intersperse them, in intervals, and when you rolled it up, you would have like beads decorating your.
Miss Liz, when you are all done, maybe we shall do some book recommendations.
Oh yes, sorry, I was making. Now I have a pair.
Oh, see, I
Earrings.
told you it's addicting.
It is
You
addictive.
just need to put a feather on the end, and you're gonna look like a hippie.
Feathers.
Or a pirate.
We're getting closer to our pirate-themed episode.
Or
one of these days.
Step one. It could go in my hair, like Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, I could sit here all night and make these crafts. However, as Miss Beth pointed out, it's time for some book recommendations.
Yay! Miss Kath, as you are our special guest star, could you please go first and share something fun with our loyal fans, of which we have decided there are many fans.
Oh my.
I would be delighted. The first one is called The Day You Begin by Jacqueline Woodson, and it's illustrated by Rafael Lopez. There are many reasons to feel different. Maybe it's how you look or talk or where you're from or just something random. This book reminds us that we all feel like outsiders sometimes when we go to a new place where nobody really knows us. But we bravely go forward and share our story.
My first book that I have for you guys this week is called Hand Me Down Magic, Stoop Sale Treasure. It is by Corey Ann Haidu. In this book, you will meet the best friends at 86 Half 23rd Avenue. Dell loves lots of things. The Curious Cousin's secondhand shop, ginormous family dinners, and of course, her best friend cousin Alma. Alma loves her abuelita's tasty empanadas, her old home by the lake, and soon she'll love living in the same place as her best friend cousin Dell. Yet, despite having Dell by her side, Alma isn't quite sure she fits in with her family at 86 and a half 23rd Avenue. It's a new life, and it's all so different. When Dell finds a special item at a neighbor's stoop sale, she gets so excited by the magic luck it brings, but doesn't see that it's driving the two best friends apart. Will family, friendship, and maybe a little everyday magic be enough to make things right again?
This book is called Pete the Cat and the Missing Cupcakes by James Dean. Pete the Cat and gang follow the clues to try and solve the mystery of where the missing party cupcakes have gone.
For my first book, I have yet another one of my favorite books. I know I say every week this is my favorite book, but
Guys, she has lots of favorite books.
I'm allowed to. There's no rule that says I can't. I have The Ghost of Tupelo Landing by Sheila Turnage. When Miss Lana makes an accidental bid at the Tupelo auction and winds up the mortified owner of an old inn, she doesn't realize there's a ghost in the fine print. Naturally, Desperado Detective Agency, aka Mo and Dale, opens a paranormal division to solve the mystery of the ghost's identity. They've got to figure out who the ghost is so they can interview it for their history assignment. Extra credit! But Mo and Dale start to realize that the inn isn't the only haunted place in Tupelo Landing. People can also be haunted by their own past. As Mo and Dale handily track down the truth about the ghost, with some help from the new kid in town, they discover the truth about a great many other people too. A laugh out loud, ghostly Southern mystery that can be enjoyed by readers visiting Tupelo Landing for the first time, as well as those who are old friends of Mo and Dale. This is a series, and this book is actually the second book in the series, but you can read it as a standalone. You don't have to worry about reading the other ones first. And it is my personal favorite in the series.
My next book is called Camp Murderface by Sandra Mitchell and Josh Burke. Camp Sweetwater is finally reopening 30 years after it mysteriously shut down. The campers are all ready to have an exciting summer, but before anyone can even toast one marshmallow, strange happenings begin. Can the campers survive the summer, or will Camp Sweetwater shut down with them inside?
Can we talk about the fact that there's a book called Camp Murderface that I've never heard of, and it's making me really sad that I've never heard of this book before? So keeping the murder theme alive, I have a book for you called The Gravedigger's Son by Patrick Moody. Ian Foster is last in a long line of gravediggers. It's his family's job to bury the dead, and then, when called by the dearly departed, to help settle the worries that linger beyond the grave so spirits can find peace in the beyond. But Ian doesn't want to help the dead. He wants to be a healer and help the living. Such a wish is, of course, selfish and impossible. Fosters are gravediggers, so he reluctantly continues his training under the careful watch of his undead mentor, hoping every day that he's never called and carefully avoiding the path that leads into the forbidden woods bordering the cemetery. Just as Ian's friend Fiona convinces him to talk to his father, they're lured into the woods by a risen corpse that doesn't want to play by the rules. There, the two are captured by a coven of weavers, dark magic witches who want only two things: to escape the murky woods where they've been banished and to raise the dead and shift the balance of power back to themselves. Only Ian can stop them, with a little help from his friends and his long-dead ancestors.
Man, that's a tough business to go into if you're a family, grave digging. Like, sorry, this is what you have to do for a living now, because we've done it for many, many, many generations.
Yes, and this book is perfect if you've read The Graveyard Book, Coraline, The Night Gardener, which I recommended a few weeks ago. It's right on that spooky level.
Basically, all the other, it's like all the other spooky books Miss Liz likes to recommend. If you like spooky books, talk to Miss Liz. She is your person. My next book is not spooky in any way, shape, or form. It's Dude by Aaron Reynolds. And I have to read this in a surfer voice because that's just how it's written. It's totally about this platypus and this beaver who are friends. They want to go surfing, but dude, there's this shark who's in the ocean too. But don't worry, this shark approaches and you'll never guess what happens.
My last book is called Fatty Legs by Christy Jordan Fenton and Margaret Pokiat Fenton. 8-year-old Unaman begs her father to let her leave their Arctic village and go to a residential school far away, even though other village children warn her that it is a miserable place. Her father relents and she spends 2 years facing the humiliation of a mean nun they call the Raven, who tries to break her spirit at every turn. Margaret, the name the nuns gave her after forbidding her to use her birth name, bravely refuses to be intimidated and gives the Raven a lesson in the power of human dignity. This is a true story.
Good suggestions again.
Oh, do we ever give anything but good suggestions? Come on.
Nope. That was basically a segue for me to say that everything we recommend is amazing. And you should read all of them. Every last one.
Yep, because they are super awesome and fun.
Mm-hmm.
Right on brand.
Is it time to find the things again?
Oh,
I want to find the things.
I was going to say, so speaking of brand, I think you guys know what time of the week it is now.
Find the things time! It's find the things time!
It's find the things time. And this week, I will say our 5-minute scavenger hunt is actually inspired by Miss Kath and crafts today, because I want you guys to find some pieces that you're going to need to make this yourself at home. And like I said, if I can make it, you can make it. So we're going to scavenge to find all the things that we need. So first up, you guys are going to find some yarn or some string. The second thing you're going to need is a pair of scissors. These ones I do not recommend running back with, no running with scissors. You're going to need some tape. You're going to find a ruler. And because we're crafting, you're going to find your favorite snack because we need some food after crafting.
Crafting, snacks, and books, the 3 best things in life.
All you need. So with that list, 5 minutes is going up on the clock now. Ready, set, go. How did you guys do? Are you ready to make some magic rope?
So does this count that I finished the scavenger hunt because I had all the things before we started?
It does.
Yes, I finished it. I finished it in extra record time this week.
I should just take the picture now while it's all in front of me. Although I don't have a snack in front of me.
I have water. That counts.
Me too, but that's not a snack. I want like a snack. And before we say bye and thanks to Miss Kath, it is time for the best / most torturous time of the week. Miss Beth.
What?
Do you have a joke?
I guess I have a joke. Okay, why did the math book look so sad? Tune in next week to find out. We will see everyone next time. Thank you again, Miss Kath, for joining us and showing us how to make our super cool, awesome magic rope. I'm gonna go brag to my family that I have magic rope now and they do not. If they're lucky, I may show them how to do it. And we will see you guys next time. Bye.